All right, New York City is on the road to recovery. If you didn't know this yet, it will enter phase 1 of reopening on Monday. So this means construction, manufacturing, and limited retail can resume. The MTA says full service will also begin. News 4's Andrew Siff takes a look at the transit system's plan to keep us all safe.
For more than 2 months, places like Grand Central have been hauntingly empty. But now that phase 1 is back on Monday, the MTA is taking measures to try and reassure commuters.
They're talking about spacing people out. It's going to be more difficult.
Skeptical of new markings the MTA is using to encourage social distancing.
We're pleased to be here this afternoon to announce our 13-point plan for a safe return.
Today at Grand Central, the MTA announced a reopening strategy, including full service on the subway, except for 1 a.m. to 5 a.m., the overnight shutdown. They're also requesting employers stagger shifts, using floor markings to encourage social distancing, and providing hand sanitizer where possible, plus a new air filtering system on key subway lines. The top priority, masks, mandatory on every form of transit, from buses to the LIRR to Metro North and subways. There are new posters advising riders of how to wear them properly, covering your nose and mouth. We asked the transit president, what are you as a rider supposed to do if you're on a subway car this Monday and there are people without masks on your subway car?
Don't confront your fellow passengers. Leave that to law enforcement personnel. Just put as much space as you can between yourself and the person who's not wearing a mask.
Meanwhile, there is some concern for essential workers who've had the rails to themselves for weeks, like NYU Dr. Abba Kestha, who takes Metro North from New Rochelle, now worried about Monday.
It won't be a 6-foot distance, and that's what I'm worried about. Might have to drive in if it's really crowded.
The MTA also announced today a new projection that once New York City fully reopens in phase 4, subway ridership could return to 70% of its pre-pandemic levels. At Grand Central, Andrew Siff, News 4 New York.
All right, let's go to New Jersey now. Still moving ahead with reopening. Here's how it's going to go. Phase 2 starts June 15th. This includes outdoor dining and in-person retail. Salons are set to open 1 week later. You see June 22nd. MBC offices will also be open for drop-off services on the 15th, and then the road tests for driving will restart later in the month. Now to Connecticut, where Governor Lamont has moved up the phase 2 reopening there. It will happen on June 17th instead of June 20th. Phase 2 is going to allow for reopening of restaurants, movie theaters, and gyms as well in Connecticut. The new order does not permit bars to reopen, though. Lamont says he changed the date to avoid the reopening happening on Father's Day weekend.